The noob performs his daily collection of oxidized copper, adding fresh copper in its place. He then collects the bamboo, which has grown quite high. He will use the bamboo to make sticks, but today he needs it for scaffolding. He proceeds to the basement. He crafts scaffolding so he can reach higher, difficult-to-reach places. His first job is to replace the tops of each pillar with the jack-o'-lanterns crafted from carved pumpkins and torches. Then the noob adds an additional layer of spruce planks and places top slabs at that level, which act as a roof for the basement. The noob needs to close the basement so villagers are not harmed by hostile mobs, in particular zombies, which will attack the villagers. The noob replaces the dirt above the roof to close the basement. Finally, he adds a temporary trapdoor to the basement, which will serve as his entrance until his home above the ground is built. Next, the noob will finish the pillars by using stairs along the top. The jack-o'-lanterns emit much light, but the noob does not want to see the pumpkin blocks, so he uses trapdoors to cover them. Trapdoors will let the light behind them shine through, so the noob will see spruce, but will still benefit from the light of the jack-o'-lanterns behind the trapdoors. Once done in the basement, the noob emerges from it and heads for one last sleep in the dirt hut. This is the noob's last night sleeping in the dirt hut, as he will now move his bed to the basement, at least until his home is built above the ground. To his surprise, a zombie horde waits for the noob. Zombie hordes are a rare phenomenon where many zombies spawn in all at once and would try to attack the player, overwhelming the player in numbers. Fortunately, the noob has bypassed the night, so all the zombies burn to death. The noob merely waits in the hut until they have all died. The noob takes down the dirt hut. It has served him well all these weeks. He also collects the enchanting table, which he will also place in the basement. A neighbor has left the noob another gift. It's a donkey. The noob only needs a saddle and could ride the donkey over long distances. Donkeys can also carry chests, just like boats, and have additional capacity to carry things for the noob. The noob now needs two things in large quantities: emeralds and experience. The emeralds will be used to purchase items from the villagers, and one of the items he will buy are enchantment books. In order to transfer the enchantments from the enchantment books to his weapons, tools, and armor, he will need experience. For that reason, the noob will make a raid farm. But there are two ingredients that the noob does not have to make the farm. He needs soul sand and kelp. He can easily get kelp from an ocean, but soul sand can only be obtained from another dimension called the nether. Going to the nether is not simple. One needs to collect 10 obsidian blocks and place them in a rectangle, making a 3x2 airspace. When lit with a flint and steel, he can cross dimensions. The nether can be a dangerous place. Fortunately, the noob has spawned into a nether waste, which is usually only inhabited by zombie piglins, which will ignore the noob as long as the noob doesn't hit them. The noob should be wearing at least one piece of gold armor to avoid being attacked by a normal piglin. But as he has little gold, he has taken the risk of not wearing any, with the hope of not encountering any piglins. So far, he is lucky. The main strategy of the noob is to go to sea level. The seas in the nether are made entirely out of lava. Falling in lava is very difficult to recover from and would inevitably result in death. There are potions of fire resistance, but the noob does not have any of this either. He treads carefully, has seen some soul sand, and works his way down. There are many useful blocks the noob can collect in the nether, but he cannot stay long, as he is ill-prepared. His focus must be only on the soul sand block he needs for the raid farm. He does come in direct contact with a quartz ore block, so collects a few pieces, which will be useful to make redstone devices like a comparator or an observer. He arrives at the level of the lava lake and is rewarded with soul sand. Using a shovel, he immediately collects a few blocks. So far, so good. Not wanting to tempt fate further, he exits the nether as quick as he can. Success. He has the first missing ingredient for his raid farm. He just needs kelp and sets off towards the village. From the village, he searches for a large open body of water where he can make his raid farm. While on his way, he sees some kelp and briefly stops to collect one. He only needs one kelp and grabs one that is at the surface of the water. He has found a large body of water. He tries to find the center of the large lake, so there is at least 70 blocks of water in every direction he plans to build his farm. The first step will be to make a single one-block island in the very center of the lake. He jumps out of the boat and jumps into the water. He goes quickly to the bottom of the lake and using sand, pillars to the surface. The noob will now spend the next few days here in the center of the lake, building his raid farm. Join the noob on his adventure at Noob-Friendly. Learn how to make emeralds and experience so you too can trade with villagers.